Ну что ж, всем привет, друзья, меня зовут Шустро, мы продолжаем играть в Dragon Age Инквизицию. Что могу сказать? Я отметила Редклифф и Редклифф... Редклифф... Неважно, мельницу Редклиффа, да, я ее отметила. На этом все. Поболтала еще с лекарем, ну типа был сайт-квест, да, в котором можно было просто сдать эльфийские корни, хрустальную благодать и так далее и тому подобное. В общем, надо было, может быть, соточку влияния, на этом как бы и все. Вот. Ничего специфического, ничего экстраординарного. Так, мне надо найти лорда Шерсли. Ля! Как мило. Ни хрена. Не видела такого. Так. Лорд Шерстли, я иду. Но сначала эльфийский корень. Потому что мы много, на самом деле, мы и веретенку отдали, эльфийский корень, королевский эльфийский корень, и хрустальную благодать мы отдали. Вот я помню, что она где-то была нужна. А кровавая вот эта вот трава мне нужна, потому что надо дегтярные бомбы прокачать. Я подумала, что это его имя, а это кровавый лотос. Где что? О, привет.
Lord Wolseley, I presume. A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Oh, good.
Что случилось? Не трогай лорда шерсти, ты чё? Слышь? Класс. Я ж, если честно... Ай, глаз чешется, испугалась. Так, хорошо. Теперь путь Инквизиции. Понятно, по секрету. Понятно. Внутренние земли. Дух озера. Да? Подожди, это где? О, это тут. Отлично. У нас есть кровавый лотос. Я там еще не могу квест с влюбленными доделать, потому что это... Не могу найти эту траву. Ну, туда, наверное, надо отнести. О, фига. Большой меч военачальника. Пояс крайней необходимости. Прикольно. Вот это класс. Так. Цветы для сены. Давайте активируем его. И переместимся отсюда-мс. И там еще что-то 2 надо доделать. Надо забрать, возможно, там осколки. Там еще, разрывы. Они 12-го левела. Я сейчас 9-го. По идее, с такой пачкой, возможно, я уже могу что-то там... какую-нибудь бучу навести. К тому же мне надо прокачаться. Я все еще не могу прокачаться. Вернитесь к вдовцу. Сено любимое, да обретет Фалондин твой прах, да бережет, извините, да хранит он его, как все эти годы хранила меня. Как мило. Опять медведь. Так, давай смотреть, что здесь есть новое задание после разрыва. А, это осколочки, да? Давай попробуем, ладно. Вдруг мы могем. Я даже переоделась в тот костюм, который мне не нравится. Пей. Куда делся? Вот же тварь, а. Ебой. Еще. Это плохо. Тихо, тихо, тихо. Вы чё? Вы чё? Вы чё душите-то, господи? Вы чё так душите? Я не понимаю. Так, ну, мы не тянем. Кстати, возможно, мы не тянем из-за Вивьен. Во-первых, Вивьен быстро первая откинулась, а она нам как бы нужна. И для барьера, и для всего. Да, тяжело, тяжело идет, тяжело. Давайте на осколки пока. Ну, с другой стороны... Пошел в жопу, медведь. Хорош. Не, ребята, ну пожалуйста, отвалите от медведя. Куда? Улучшенное кольцо дальнего выстрела. Оба! Опять два медведя. Да это уже туда он. Ладно, шкура это хорошо. Нам туда. Возьмем еще один осколок, я не знаю, и, наверное, пойдем по сюжету, что нам остается. Там еще, конечно, можно попробовать разрыв закрыть. Ой, как вариант может получиться. Там наверху, да? Угу. Надо туда подниматься как-то. А как? Я бы там по камням удобненько бы поднялась. Может, тут? Конечно, надо поорать, когда я сел записывать видео. Вот и я. Ну, остальные осколки, я так понимаю, нам покажет дракон. Хотя вряд ли их там, конечно, 10 штук. Ну и больше. Ну, у меня только одно предложение. Пойти попробовать. Еще какой-то здесь квест открылся. Пойти попробовать здесь разрыв. Чкабумнуть. Опростоволоситься и поехать в Редклифф. Больше как бы этих нет. Как называется? Идей. Пойти в церковь, по сюжету немножко продвинуться. Тебе нельзя умирать. знаю, справлюсь я одна тут. Нихуя. Вообще это passable. Меня это дико бесит. Ничего не получается сегодня. Ничего не получается. Ну, мы вернулись. Я сделал, как вы просили.
I cleaned Senna's shrine and placed the flowers. May her ashes be gathered by Falundine and carried safely.
After all the long years she carried me, thank you. You do a foolish old man too much kindness. Thank you, friend. May your Inquisition do as much good for the land as you have done for me.
Ну, отлично. Не хотите в Инквизицию?
Thank you again, my friend.
Так, а мне как? Мне прям по верху надо идти в церковь или нет? Возможно. Так, я чуть-чуть распродалась. Кстати, лорд Шерсли. О, он вернулся. Угу, спасибо. Я немножко распродалась, я немножко переоделась, посмотрела, что, куда, зачем и как, и вроде как готова. Вот я заберу.
Good day to you, my child. Are you working for the Mage Rebellion?
Mages are children of the Maker, no less than the rest of us. They struggle no less with questions of faith.
Does that mean you support their freedom?
Given a choice between the circle and death, most mages willingly gave up some small freedoms for safety. But the pendulum swings, and now it seems any restraint is too much. I think they should have a chance to prove they deserve freedom.
I don't see any other priests in the village. Where is everybody?
The Magister had the others escorted out for their own safety, but I refused. He can throw me out if he wants. Until then, I tend to my flock.
What are your feelings on the mages working with Tevinter?
The Imperium burned on Draste. Since then, we have led 4 exalted marches against them. Yet in all those marches, they still acknowledged the Maker. Now I speak of him and the Magisters laugh. Something has happened, and I dread to learn what.
I will leave you to your duties.
Make us speed you, my child.
Сейчас встретимся. И в конце серии обязательно сходим на ставку командования. Великая чародейка Фиона. Это в Валруа ее мы нашли. Улица ее размышлений.
Good. You're finally here. Now help me close this, would you?
Больно, горячо.
that work exactly? You don't even know, do you? You just wiggle your fingers and boom. Rift closes.
Who are you?
Ah, getting ahead of myself again. I
Самый
see.
прекрасный мужчина.
Dorian of House Parvus.
Жалко, что не
Most
по девочкам.
recently of Minrathous. How do you do?
Another Tevinter. Be cautious with this one.
Suspicious friends you have here. Magister Alexius was once my mentor, so my assistance should be valuable, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Угу.
I was expecting Felix to be here.
I'm sure he's on his way. He was to give you the note, then meet us here after ditching his father.
Может, ему не дали?
Alexius couldn't jump to Felix's side fast enough when he pretended to be faint. Is something wrong with him?
He's had some lingering illness for months. Felix is an only child, and Alexius is being a mother hen, most likely.
Are you a magister?
All right, let's say this once. I'm a mage from Tevinter, but not a member of the Magisterium. I know Southerners use the terms interchangeably, but that only makes you sound like barbarians.
Are you the one who sent that note then?
I am. Someone had to warn you after all. Look, you must know there's danger. That should be obvious even without the note. Let's start with Alexius claiming the allegiance of the mage rebels out from under you. As if by magic, yes? Which is exactly right. To reach Redcliffe, before the Inquisition, Alexius distorted time itself.
He arranged it so he could arrive here just after the Divine died?
You catch on quick.
Manipulating time itself? Many have attempted over the ages, but never once succeeded.
The rift you closed here. You saw how it twisted time around itself, sped some things up and slowed others down. Soon, there will be more like it, and they'll appear further and further away from Redcliffe. The magic Alexius is using is wildly unstable, and it's unraveling the world.
You're asking me to take a lot on faith.
I know what I'm talking about. I helped develop this magic. When I was still his apprentice, it was pure theory. Alexius could never get it to work. What I don't understand is why he's doing it, ripping time to shreds just to gain a few hundred lackeys.
He didn't do it for them.
Took you long enough. Is he getting suspicious?
No, but I shouldn't have played the illness card. I thought he'd be fussing over me all day. My father's joined a cult, Tevinter Supremacists. They call themselves Venatori. And I can tell you one thing. Whatever he's done for them, he's done it to get to you.
Alexius is your father. Why are you working against him?
For the same reason Dorian works against him. I love my father, and I love my country. But this? Cults? Time magic? What he's doing now is madness. For his own sake. You have to stop him.
It would also be nice if he didn't rip a hole in time. There's already a hole in the sky.
Why would he rearrange time and indenture the Mage Rebellion just to get to me?
They're obsessed with you. But I don't know why. Perhaps because you survived the Temple of Sacred Ashes.
You can close the rifts. Maybe there's a connection. Or they see you as a threat.
If the Venatori are behind those rifts or the breach in the sky, they're even worse than I thought.
All this for me. And I didn't get Alexius anything.
Send him a fruit basket. Everyone loves those. You know you're his target. Expecting the trap is the first step in turning it to your advantage. I can't stay in Redcliffe. Alexius doesn't know I'm here, and I want to keep it that way for now. But whenever you're ready to deal with him, I want to be there. I'll be in touch.
Oh.
Oh, and Felix, try not to get yourself killed.
There are worse things than dying, Dorian.
Согласна. Вернитесь на ставку командования. Так, а в церкви нечего больше делать и брать? Прям совсем? О, прочесть. Открыта запись круг магов. Почему-то не читалось. Кольцо крит удара. Чешуя детеныша дракона. Замечательно.
Maker, look at it. So much easier to ignore when it's far away. And to actually walk out of it, to be that close.
It's right there. We could take a trip if you're that curious.
I'm gonna have to decline. At least until I learn more about it. The breach, the Divine's death, the Wardens. It doesn't make sense. There's so much we don't know.
Your experience with the Wardens will certainly be useful.
Mostly the treaties, I expect. Old parchments you're welcome to. What about you? How do you fit into all this?
I just want to help stop the war. Try to put things back in order.
A worthy goal, one I'm happy to support. For me, I'll be satisfied so long as we find the bastards that killed the Divine. They owe us some answers.
Задание-то у Блэквелла или нет?
I've heard rumors of abandoned Warden camps all over these parts. If we have time, I'd like to take a look. See if there's anything we can salvage.
You're oddly charming for a man I found wandering the forest.
I always thought myself more odd than charming. But I'll take a compliment from a lady. They're hard to come by these days.
У меня в комнате есть еще.
I also find your modesty endearing.
And the praise keeps coming. So, is there something large and heavy you need moved?
Manual labor in exchange for compliments? Useful.
Well, I aim to please. I have to say, my lady, you're unlike any woman I've ever met. I'm flattered you'd spend any time with me. I enjoy your company.
I want to hear more about you.
Compared to yours, my life will seem dull indeed.
Your name Blackwall doesn't sound Orlesian. Marcher, then? Ferelden?
I was from the Free Marchers originally. Markham. That was a long time ago. Another life.
I hear that many Wardens were once criminals.
You're right. And when you join, your past is forgotten, so let's leave it that way.
What did you do before you became a Warden?
I was a soldier, a nobody trained to wield a sword and follow orders. I grew weary of fighting other men's wars.
So you became a Warden?
More or less. Becoming a Grey Warden was the first time I felt like I mattered. The life I led before seems hollow in comparison. Perhaps one day it will fade away.
Why did you join the Wardens?
Because they remember honor and sacrifice. Words that have little meaning to the rest of us. Because they lay down their lives for those they have sworn to protect. We all need to believe there are such men in the world. I needed to believe I could be one of them.
We can continue this discussion at another time.
Very well.
Вау! Вот это да.
Travel safely.
Память о стражах. А Лилия тут всегда стояла?
We'll get him what he needs. Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed
Простите,
are
что
the
я
righteous,
побеспокоила.
the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood. To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing? You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
Then we can only guess at what he wants. The chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her.
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come, to work then. We will speak later.
Ну, блин, я с ней не разговаривала. Надо еще, знаете, что, реально с Вивьен поговорить. Привет, моя сладость.
I met an elven mage earlier. Solus, I believe he was called. I admit I was surprised. I didn't expect to find mages among the Inquisition. Tell me, why were you at the Divine Conclave?
If war is the only solution to injustice, then so be it.
Do you tell that to the victims?
Я не то имела в
That
виду.
their suffering is all the more meaningful because it is for a great cause? I'm sure that makes everything better. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
If that's true,
Опять?
then I'll put it to good use.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of you, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
О, боже. Тень. Окей.
Thank you for all that you are doing.
Так, давай-ка отдадим искательнице все на исследование.
Not sure why you would want to pay out of your own pocket for books, Enchanter.
Все?
I'm not an enchanter, and too many books.
Как я неудачно поговорила с Вивьен, конечно. Так, где я что делала? Отчет готов. Влияние плюс 30. Спасибо. Использование соглашения серых стражей. Инквизиция. Еще так. Еще только отращивает крылья, строила такую организацию, все равно, что строить армию. Нужны солдаты, нужно оружие для них, провизии. И еще только начало, когда я вступал, то знал, что могу вести свой вклад. И у меня есть соглашение серых стражей, и они позволят нам в любой момент взять то, что нужно. Угу. Это может помочь. Мор закончился меньше 10 лет назад, и весь Тедес помнит про свое спасение. Я могу воспользоваться соглашениями и направить уважение к серым стражам на пользу Инквизиции. Поехали. Угу. Искательный шепот. Защитники справедливости. Найти оружие Тирды, яркий топор. Я уже долго изучаю древних анваров, и поэтому для меня раскрытая вами информация о Тирде, яркий топор, чрезвычайно любопытна. Многие считают аваров просто грубыми варварами, в которых нет достойного изучения культуры. Но разве ролисянцы не считают варварами всех остальных? Богатая Устная традиция аваров, по большому счету, утеряна. От нее остались лишь осколки с рунными отметками. Это подтверждают уже известные вам устные легенды Тирды. Тирда увела свое племя от будущего военачальника и по неизвестной причине предпочла тяготы жизни в горах и счастье, что она поступила так. Ведь если бы авары остались, древние Аламари могли быть вытеснены на север, столкнувшись там с племенами Нероменианов, которые в будущем стали народом Тевентера. Если бы так произошло, маловероятно, что Аламари выжили бы и создали государство, ныне известное как Фералден. Опираясь на руны со знаками, оставленные в этих местах, я могу попытаться отыскать легендарный топор Тирды, топор с хрустальным лезвием. Мои разведчики могут провести сестру через горы. Поехали. Черный магазин. А что мне надо сделать? Искусительный шепот или защитники справедливости? По идее, я могу почти... Нет, да, и сделать и то, и то. Если бы я понимала. Искусительный шепот. Примечание: если выбрать магов, будет невозможно выбрать работать с храмовниками. Угу. Маги или храмовники? Давай магов выберем. В жопу этих храмовников. Замок Редклифа, вместе с ним и маги, которые могли бы закрыть брешь, сейчас находится во власти магистра Венатории Гириона Алексиуса. Его очень интересует Тревельян, а кроме того, силы, позволяющие совладать со временем. Тревельян получил от магистра любезное приглашение в замок на переговоры. Прийти Алексиус его просит в одиночестве. Очевидно, это западня, но агенты Лилианы могут проникнуть в замок и устранить Венаторий, пока внимание Алексиуса отвлечено. Затея опасна, но это лучше, чем что мы можем сделать. Рекомендуемый уровень от 4 до 7. Поехали.
Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
Isn't that kind of him? What does Alexius say about me?
He's so complimentary that we are certain he wants to kill you. Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die. And we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister
has outplayed us.
Magister's son Felix told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Свяжитесь с Эрлом. Найдите другой вход в замок. Да, найдите другой вход в замок.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer, a watercourse, something.
There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family.
Конечно.
It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Искусительный шепот. Угу. Так, замок... Это мы уже прочитали, да? Да, это мы уже прочитали. Подтвердить. Дариан идет. Окей. Значит, идет Кассандра, Блэквелл. И все. Идем так. Дариана по-любому прокачаем. У него сейчас будет как раз 8 или 9 левел. Сейчас мы посмотрим, будет ли какая-нибудь заставка или что-то в этом роде.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Mistress Trevelyan alone. The rest will wait here.
Where I go, they go.
Их всего двое. Спасибо.
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
My friend, it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be a part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
She knows everything, Father.
Да куда ты лезешь?
What have you done?
А на кой ты лезешь?
You wanted me here. Why?
Do you know what you are? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
What do you know about the Divine's death?
It was the Elder One's moment, and you were unworthy even to stand in his presence.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Он хуже.
Soon he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up the Venatori. Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
Он сейчас его убьет.
No, it's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this woman's life.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Это разрыв или тень? По-моему, разрыв.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
Блин. У него еще и перков нет. Ня!
Displacement. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius intended. The rift must have moved us to what? The closest confluence of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Did we go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
О, как мило.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
Then let's go.
I'm right behind you.
Пока я буду качать Дариана, мы с вами можем встретиться уже в следующей серии. Потому что Дариан, я ключ от тюрьмы. Потому что Дариан, я так подозреваю, просто пуст. Правда? Да, просто пустой Дариан. В общем, Дариан мне в любом случае нужен. Кстати, здесь красный лириум везде, так что очень даже интересно. Не помню этого, реально не помню. Что ж, увидимся в следующей серии. С вами была Шустра. Удачи и до новых встреч. Пока-пока.